Yeah, that's true, JD. The iRacing website seems to be down right now, but hopefully it'll come back up and we'll be able to get this thing underway.
Yeah, all hopes is that it will be up pretty soon. I have not seen this in a while, and hopefully the race will not be canceled. I'm sure that it will still be on, and we'll have some great racing from Talladega. So in the meantime, we'll just talk as we would in a normal pre-race setting. Now, looking at, we left Richmond last week, and we left the 3/4 of a mile track, and it was really some very impressive racing last week. Actually, a really good race. I enjoyed it a lot. And now we're heading over to this 2.66-mile racetrack. It's so wide and so much room. We're going to see four wide racing. Maybe we may even see five wide for racing. It's going to be incredible. I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to it. And hey, look at this. I have a driver I want to bring in here for a pre-race. I just want to chat with him real quick. The race? Hey, Jordy, this is JD on the broadcast. But just want to ask you a couple questions before the race, man. We're just in the pre-race show. Are you guys having the same difficulties as us getting in the race?
Yes, I am. I am.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Hopefully everything will clear up here in just a moment. But
We have had this problem before on one of these big races. Talladega tends to bring a lot of drivers. We've had it before on one of the World Tour races, probably last year. And what they did was they delayed the start time until they got everything fixed. And I think we delayed the start time by about half an hour or so when it happened before. So I'm hopeful the same thing will happen this time, that we'll still get to race tonight.
yeah, a lot of times what happens is you get so many Hello, race fans, and welcome back. We're experiencing some mega difficulties. We got a lot of things going on around the country this evening with thunderstorms, severe weather. Who knows the cause? But the good news is we're back here, and we do have Jordy Lopez Jr. here with us, driver in the NASCAR iRacing Series Open Top Split, and really has been very impressive so far this season. If you are joining us before I get back to having a chat with Jordy, just want to throw a quick notification in there. Right now, we don't know much about the race, and hopefully we will get racing soon, as iRacing is currently down in the server. So no sim racing as of right now.
Hello, race fans,
that will
welcome
change
back.
in the
We're
meantime.
experiencing
Jordy,
some
we glad to have you here, buddy. And,
we got a lot of
for
things
those
going
that may
on
not have heard you
around
before,
the country
it's,
this
good to hear
evening
from
with
you. Thunderstorms, severe weather.
Hi guys.
Who knows the cause? But the good news is
Yeah,
we're
we were
back
talking,
here,
I think
and
right
we do
before
have
we left,
Jordy
talking a
Lopez
little bit about
Jr. here with us,
Talladega,
driver in the
mentioned
NASCAR
that you hadn't
iRacing
had a
Series
chance
Open
to really
Top
get
Split,
around and test the track
really
this
has
week, but
been
we
very
talked about the
impressive
new
so far
build
this season.
and
If you
the new
are
tires.
joining us before I get back
And
to having
tell
a
us a
chat
little bit
with
about
Jordy,
what you think
just
or
want
what
to
you're
throw a
expecting
quick
to see with these
quick
new tires
notification in
on
there.
this
Right
super
now, we
speedway.
don't know
The
much
cars
about the race,
will
and
probably be
hopefully
hitting
we will
like
get racing soon, as
212 max,
iRacing is
and
currently
it's going to
down in the
be a
server.
lot of bump
So no
drafting now
sim
since
racing
we
as
have
of
less
right
space.
now,
Hello,
but
race
hopefully
fans,
that
and
will
So
welcome
change
it's
back.
in the
going to
We're
be
meantime.
a
experiencing
Jordy,
challenge
some
we'd be glad to have you
mega
here, buddy.
make your way.
difficulties.
I don't know, like I just try to get top tens like each week, if not better. I can't thank Mark Walls enough though, because he helps me out each week with great setups, and I can't thank him enough. Like if he wasn't helping me, I probably wouldn't even be top 25.
It's amazing. It really is to watch you. We've seen you. Sometimes we see you do really well qualifying, but other races we've seen you start in near the rear of the field. But somehow we always tend to, near the end of the race, we're always looking at your name up in the top 10, and that's a really good sign, especially for
I
you
don't
on
know,
the
like
trying to earn the
I
pro
just
license. I
try
think
to
that you
get
were
top
the
tens like
favorite so
each
far
week,
to
if not better.
definitely win out of the
I
road to
can't
pro
thank
guys.
Mark
But
Walls enough though,
Jordy, you
because
got
he
to be
helps me
proud.
out
You're
each week
competing with these pro guys
with
like you
great
belong
setups,
there. So that's good news.
and
Just
I
keep. Former Inside Sim Racing faced Mr. Sean Cole and had the wonderful news that he'll be back on the air with his new show Sim Pit, and it's just a really great news to have that. And so we definitely are happy for Sean, and it was really great to have him on the show, and just some really good news. Thought I'd throw that out there while we're in the middle of this. We'll call it a delay. It's about all you can call it.
Yeah, we've been having all kinds of crazy issues tonight with iRacing being down, and now the YouTube goofed up on us and lost connection to the YouTube server, and now somewhere I've been getting this really horrible audio feedback that I've been trying real hard to find out. I did get it figured out though, so we've not got no audio nearly through this entire the interview process. We've been getting this ridiculous feedback about the 2-minute loop of everything we've been saying, and it's been crazy. So I did get that figured out though, and it's stopped. So we're good to go finally. But crazy, what a crazy night of technical difficulties. Sorry to all the viewers having to put up with that nonsense, but we're good to go from here.
Yeah, it's always so tough when stuff like this happens. iRacing is off, and you just get frustrated. That's something. That's another question, Jordy. Let's say that this does get fixed, and somehow we do get to racing. Um, how do you jump back into race mode real fast after being frustrated trying to get online?
I just have to see if I can have cars, like a pack around me. Because if I'm all by myself coming off the pits, I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah, that's a really good point. A lot of people don't really think about that. When it comes to Talladega, you got to really strategize how you pit because if you go in and you get stuck out there by yourself, you're toast. You got to make sure you go in with somebody and leave with somebody out of the pits because without that draft, you're as good as done. You're more than likely going to lose a lap.
I really, really do not like play tracks
Why?
because it just like I hate depending I just have to see on a second if car I can have to help help me go faster. I like really don't like play tracks. I find it boring.
That's funny. I mean, it's a good point, Jordy. It really is. You do have to rely on others. You can't, but let's say a track like Atlanta or even Richmond last weekend, where you pretty much you write your own destiny. That's not the case at Daytona or Talladega, where you really have to play just your cards right. You get dealt a certain hand, and you have to play it the best you can, and just hope for the best. I mean, it's pretty much how you have to roll and look at it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, let's face it, you'll get dealt a crap hand, and you have to deal with that. So, right now we're getting dealt a bad hand with this iRacing being down, but if things change, we'll be on soon. So we'll know in the next few minutes.
It's been 25 minutes now. Wow.
Yeah, I've never quite seen iRacing down this long for this many people. Normally, I'll usually if we're have a guest on the show or somebody with us, at least them or one of us will usually have gotten on by now, and then it'll start opening up rapidly. And no sign as of yet. I wonder if some of the other racers have any news. Let's see if I can look around somewhere.
Don't seem to be. I'm keeping an eye on the YouTube chat where the viewers are logged on watching as the iRacing service is down and they're not able to race, but they all got the same question as what in the heck we want to race.
Wow, it looks like things are all over the internet. Maybe people on even Facebook are having some issues, so it may not just be iRacing. Some other places around the internet having some issues this evening, and I hate that because I was really looking forward to some racing tonight, and not saying that it's completely out of the picture yet, but it's just not looking as promising as it was, let's say, 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I like a comment one guy's made that the Air Titans have led the most laps tonight. That as if we're under a rain delay.
Yeah, absolutely. And this reminds me of a real world scenario. I went to the Aaron's 499 last year. We went to Talladega. I was really excited. We get down there on Friday, and due to us getting off of work later and everything, we got there around 1 in the morning, start setting up camp. It's been beautiful all week long. And what happens the second we get out of the truck and start setting camp up? It starts downpouring. And I don't mean one of these little summer showers. I'm talking about a torrential downpour, a monsoon. I mean, it was just unbelievable. The entire campground around Talladega and the infield was just a big lake, and it was a muddy mess. And we sat through all day Saturday praying that the rain would stop so we could see the nationwide race. And after a 4-hour rain delay, we got to see a race. So it was. This kind of reminds me of that when it's Talladega. Everybody just wants to see a race and just can't seem to make one happen. But eventually, there was an awesome race, and it ended up being a really, really great race with one of the best finishes in nationwide history.
Oh man,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is
this is still not working.
Yeah, that's well, we went ahead when we started the show because we were thinking, hey, maybe this thing will kick off for us, and we can just go ahead and get the show started, and then we'll be on. And but unfortunately, we have not been able to. Kane, do you have the point standings on hand? And that's an awesome look there at that top 10, Kane. And as we look at some of these names, there's also some really good names that are stuck outside that top 10. Even, we're good indention into the season now. So as things start to take shape, we look at some of these guys that are stuck out. Greg McKinney in 11th, he's right outside of it. Brandon Coppinger is in 12th. Patrick Baldwin down there in 13th. Jared Crawford. Now, here's a driver right here in Jared Crawford. He had just a phenomenal start to the season, and you see it right here down in the 14th spot in points at this time. Thomas Davis, here's another guy who's had a few really good races, kind of showed some promise, but unfortunately at the moment down in 15th in the points. Timu Livinen in 16th, Chris Hall 17th, 18 Alan Bowes, Nicholas Morris 19th, and Matt Spangler rounds out the top 20 in points. And I tell you what, Jordy, congratulations on being the leader in the points. And one of the cool things I love about looking at this chart of points is we look at all the guys that are pro drivers and pro/WC drivers that are, the big boys. And there is one, two, three, four Class A drivers, road to pro drivers, before we see our first pro WC driver on the list. Now that is impressive. That is really good to see.
It is, and it's a lot of the, WC drivers, the world, the DWC drivers rather. They don't. A lot of them don't race every week. They got other things to do. But the guys that are actually competing in the Road to Pro Challenge that want to compete in the Pro Series, they're making sure they're here every week, and they're really fighting this intense points battle that we see here, because the top 20, the guys that are not pro already will be going into the Pro Series races in the fall to get a chance to run with these guys, with the DWC guys next year. So
And that's an incredible opportunity too. And for those that don't know, I mean, just how hard this is just to even get to this point. This is so difficult. You're talking about the best sim racers in the world, and it's just sad that we can't get things running so far. Now, Jordy, are you on yet? Are you able? Anybody been able to log in yet?
Still dumb.
So iRacing is still down as we're talking about the points. Now, obviously, if we don't get this race started, the points won't do much changing tonight. But we're hoping that will change. But one of the things, Kane, that we talked about all throughout this year is consistency. Just showing up every week and performing. And some of these guys, they have a bad race, they'll jump back on. There's several races throughout the weekend and make sure that they sneak out a decent result. And that really helps. These points have not been stale. They have been shifting every week. We've seen guys go up and guys go down. Look at I mean, just in 1 week, we're this deep in the season, and Malik Ray goes from first down to fourth. Big for him. Not to say that. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. We got some few more folks here with us that have a little chat. Since we're not going to be able to race right now, we can talk to a few more. Um, if you guys are coming to chat with us on the broadcast, just make sure you type your name in so I know who you are on the on your name there. Stephen Azini's here with us. Stephen, you have a copy with me, buddy?
Yes, I do. First thing I want to say is that not how you say my last name. It's Stephen Esney. I know you guys have been saying it wrong. Excuse me. I tried
Awesome.
correcting the forms one time, but I just never really bothered to come back and let you guys know. But that's how I say it.
Thank you, Stephen Esney. We will get it right from now on, and glad that you told us that. There's a lot of names all over iRacing, and we apologize if we didn't get it right there, buddy. But man, what's up with this iRacing issue here?
I don't know. I mean, it went down last night around 9 o'clock. I had some friends that were running B fixed or something like that, and a site went down for them. So, not really surprised. It's been going down every day since the build went up, and it did it last season too. So it's kind of sucks it happened tonight during NIS time, but what can you do?
That's it, and I remember the same pain from last year. It seemed, I don't remember exactly what race it really hit us, Kane, but I remember it was a big race, just like tonight. You know, everybody gets excited about Talladega, and Talladega, especially in the NIS, has a huge turnout. A lot of guys that may not, some of the road guys that may not run each and every week in the NIS, they want to come over and compete at Talladega. And it just really stinks that we're having these difficulties, but it's just been a great season, and I hate to see us hit a rough spot like this. But Stephen, you've done some really good driving lately in the Scrabble machine. How's the driving been going lately here on some of the races we don't get to see you in?
Well, for some reason Wednesday nights I seem to have really, really horrible luck, and I don't know. I just don't really get issues Wednesday night. Last week was the first time I've gotten points on Wednesday since like Daytona, and I don't know. Friday night's been my better races, and hopefully I want to turn that around and get some good finishes on these broadcasted races. But other than that, Friday nights have been going really well. Just trying to get this one turned around.
And you know, if you're having good luck on the Friday night race, it's only a matter of time before the luck turns around on Wednesdays. And you know, you have had a lot of great races where you've had some really good potential, and it seems like one or something will go wrong in the race and really send a lot of challenges your way. And those things will start to eliminate themselves, especially with good performances on Friday night. Eventually, you'll get both of them and be comfortable in both.
I'm sure there's lots of people that would rather us broadcast one of the other nights. As we went through the schedule, it's very difficult to find out which one of these three races that we wanted to broadcast, because we've got a schedule of other races that we broadcast as well. Ultimately, we decided on the Wednesday broadcast because it is the first race of the week, and it's kind of more authentic. You get to the race for the first time, and you get the first race blues, anything that would happen your first time at the track, that kind of thing. So you get a little bit more excitement.
Now, I see that we have several guys in here. I'm assuming that everybody's having the same problem. For those of you that may just have joined the show, still having difficulties. We really wanted to have a race tonight, but if iRacing doesn't get back up, I don't know what we'll be able to do. I don't know what they'll plan to do, because obviously they know that they're down. I don't think that anybody's on at this point. Probably you may have one or two that got zapped in when they were in the server, but no luck so far, and hopefully we'll get things worked out real soon. Jordy, you still there with us?
Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
Any luck on your end?
Nope.
Okay.
I've been trying for the past 10 minutes though, and it's not working.
Casey Tucker, do you have a copy, buddy? I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Hey, Casey, talking a little bit about plate tracks. Here, you've had a lot of luck with plate tracks. You joined us on the very first race, but even before the season started, when we did the Daytona shootout, and messed around and ended up winning the race. Had a great race that day, and that was really fun. I know you were looking forward to
Spectacular
today.
finish.
Yeah, that was actually one of the closest finish in iRacing history that I've seen. That was the closest that I've ever seen personally. It was 2 thousandths of a second between you and second place. It was unbelievable. That was a fun race, and I know that you were looking forward to getting back on a plate track.
Yeah, I was I was looking forward to getting out there, in the Rick Shelton chassis car, but I mean, iRacing is pretty much taking that opportunity away for now anyway. But yeah, I was looking forward to it. I don't know, maybe we'll get to race, but at this rate, I doubt it.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, Casey. I hope that maybe we can do something. But you're right. And now here's the big question: is if iRacing knows this has happened and all the guys haven't been able to get in the race, how will they score tonight? What will they do with it? Will they just kind of treat it like a bye, like it just didn't happen? We'll just skip this race, or will they count some of the guys that may have got in there? How will this be scored?
Well, I'll let you know. They've never done anything about these in the past. They really, I mean, you've seen races where people go and get 800 ironing, they don't reset them, so the race won't count. I highly doubt anyone got in there, but the race shouldn't count at all. And if it does go up and the site stays down, or if we get back in, we don't have a button to join, then the races won't count.
Yeah, pretty much what Steven said. They they won't do anything about it. I don't know if anybody will run when's the next race? I guess Friday will be the next race. I don't know if they'll put another race up. I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it, but I mean, they might, but odds are not good that they will.
Now, I know Jordy, I know you're in the East Coast time zone. What time is the Friday night race, out of curiosity?
At 9.
Okay, it is at 9. I was just curious. We do the V8's Americas race, and it's at 10 o'clock Eastern time, so I was wondering if maybe we could slide in the Friday show, but
What? 10 o'clock? Wow.
yeah, it's the V8 Americas race is actually it was at 9 o'clock Eastern time, but when the time changed here in America, it moved it back an hour because the time doesn't change in Australia, so they still raced their official race was still on the same time, so it moved it back to 10 o'clock, which was really really odd for an official series race.
I see.
But yeah, it took us some getting used to broadcasting it. But yeah, I would love to. I don't want to miss I hate to miss a Talladega race.
Yeah, the
Well-
Talladega race is one that we've been looking forward to ever since the very first race of the year. So I really hate for something to mess that up because I know it's going to be an exciting race.
They've done it before. Just for the record, they the 24 hours of Daytona. I want to say last year.
Yep, I remember that.
It broke just like
They reset
this.
the race an hour later, though.
Yeah,
but,
they made the race start at 10. So if that happens,
well, it was 3 in the afternoon, but
yeah, if that happens, we might get to run. But I don't know if they'll do that. That's just a speculation. But if they I guess they could do that, and that might actually make a race. So if it comes back up, I would just look to see if there's a race up. But I want to run. I'm with y'all. I'd like to race. We've had good luck this year on super speedways and the PSRG Rick Shelton chassis because Steven got me a second split Daytona 500 win on top of the win I got with y'all. And then I think we're going to be fast tonight. So.
Well, I know you want to get there, and it'd be great to have it on the broadcast as well. And I just wish that we had some kind of notification on something. I've seen them sometimes go, hey, we'll be down for, 10 minutes or 20 minutes but there's no sign of any return at the moment. And that would be great if they would do a race that maybe would start at 10 o'clock, or that would be awesome if they would do that for us. That way we'd get a race in tonight, and we could at least go out and have some fun. I know that you guys
they would if they could get it up anytime soon. I think they would go ahead and just restart the start time, but they're obviously having some serious issues getting the thing back up, so if it runs an hour or two later, they may not. They may reschedule for another day, or they may just drop this one completely and race one of the other two.
Yeah, to be honest, I really hope that they drop this one if it requires me not getting any points. and someone else gets lucky and does all the 94 laps or 97 that we have.
Yeah, and I agree with that. If some half, a quarter of the people were able to get into a race, and there's maybe one or two splits that are actually running right now, I would rather them just, you know, forfeit the whole day.
Yeah, and I think that iRacing would do that. I don't think that they would. This is obviously a pretty big issue that they're having. So, and we've seen this before. We mentioned earlier when we first started the show, we were talking about last season. After the build, we had the same issue. And I'm trying to remember exactly how iRacing handled it. I think y'all were right. They didn't do anything. Just left it alone, and that was it. So we'll find out real soon, and I'm hoping that we find out in about 3 or 4 minutes here, because I think Kane's right. I think if they could get it back up, I think that iRacing knows how bad everybody wants to race Talladega tonight, and I think that they might just set the time back an hour from the original start time, so maybe we can get in there and have a race.
To be honest, I wouldn't be too sure about that. I don't think the race can.
Yeah, it's a slim possibility, but it's still a slim chance.
Yeah, it's been 45 minutes. I mean, I doubt it, but if it turns like 10-10, I don't think I'll do it if it comes back because it's just gonna be pointless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, Jordy. Completely agree with you, bud.
Thank you, Zini.
There's not even that many people on, too.
Well, that's because nobody could sign up whenever it
Yeah.
went down.
Oh, one
There's
good
only
thing did come out
270.
of this. We got Steve to come in here and let us know how to say his last name, and that's, because that's been bugging me.
That's the
Every
most
time
important
I
part of the
say
show
his
so far,
name,
yeah.
I'm just not sure I'm saying it right. So now that I've got it right, Esme, that we'll get it corrected.
That's
and
right,
be
Steven.
good to
Say it
go.
one more time for us so we never screw it up again.
Isn't he? There you go.
Isn't he?
You guys
I
should have
got
it
it.
now. I'm gonna hold you to it too.
Or you could call them Scrabble bags.
Wow.
Oh my.
Hey, the car comes from somewhere, you know.
Yeah,
Hey, that's it.
Armani Heart.
Oh
Vision.
yeah, we gotta play the harmonica.
There you go. Now that's
Oh,
a
no.
first on the show. We've never had a harmonica on the show.
Play us a song.
No, don't.
Oh
you
yeah,
don't do
if
that.
you want me to, I'll play you
No,
a song.
no.
Go
it's
ahead,
fine,
go
don't do
ahead,
that.
go ahead.
Yeah, let's see if I can
Go
play
ahead,
a song
there's
for
like
you
30
guys.
people watching.
That's
There you
the
go.
Nice.
that's the I want to get racing song.
There you go.
I feel like we're in a rain delay, like just chilling with
Yeah,
like
this is just like a
interviewers
rain delay.
and just
That's what it
waiting.
is.
Well,
I'm just
that's what,
spamming the F5 button.
yeah, everybody is. That might be why nobody can get on.
I know some people there's like 6 people in second split that I know that are in there.
Couple people in third split.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if anybody got in top.
I don't know.
I haven't heard of anybody, and I know some people have come in our team speak and mentioned it, but nobody from any team speak that we know of got in. But,
I know what's his name? Brian Schoenberg.
Oh, Schoenberg got in?
No, I
How do you
mean
not
on
know
this
Schoenberg's name?
Oh
on
God.
his Facebook post someone said that a few people got in on second split.
Well, I was hoping, guys, that we would hear at least some news by now, and I'm sure we'll find something out here in a minute. But it's about one of the longest delays I remember iRacing being down. I haven't seen it, or I don't remember it being down this long in a long time.
Yeah.
It was about this long for whenever the 2.4 broke it, the last time that it really broke, but it was about the same time. Yesterday or 2 days ago, it was down for about the same time too, because I don't know, I guess Grayson's just not liking its new build.
Well, we'll get it all figured out, and hopefully somebody did right there. Air Titans have led the most laps so far tonight.
This has been a fun broadcast.
What about Juan Pablo Montoya coming back for a few races?
Oh, no, I haven't heard this. This is news. Tell us about this. Yeah.
Penske released it earlier today he's going to be racing Michigan in the Brickyard race so far. And then number 12
huge
for
crashes
Penske.
incoming.
Yeah.
Well,
I would feel bad.
It's funny you brought Montoya up.
Someone made a comment on Penske's post and said, "What is he coming back just to hit that new Air Titan?"
That's about
Hanging
right,
around
man.
too.
I
Thought it
would
was
feel
pretty funny.
bad for the people who work that to work that, because once they found out that he's coming back,
Oh yeah,
they
it's
need
full
some
Yeah,
throttle
extra
ahead.
safety, extra safety equipment.
yeah, they're probably scared to death. I just
It's
can't.
up, it's up, it's up, it's up. I think it's loading, it's loading.
No,
Oh,
back
iRacing
down.
is up. iRacing might be back up.
Well,
It's up.
good news
It's
is
up,
it
it's up, it's
looks
up.
like iRacing is up. I'm
I'm still
logging in,
offline.
and I'm
Yep,
actually in. So,
Adios.
I'm
yeah,
joining.
guys,
I'm
for
joining
everybody
and
that
I'm
came
in.
and joined us on the
All right,
show,
I'm in. See you
appreciate it.
guys. Have a good race.
Yeah,
Going
I'll
back
be
to
back for the
TeamSpeak.
post race if you guys need me.
See ya.
Yeah, yeah, y'all come back for push race interview.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
See you, buddy. Thanks for coming in, everybody.
Yep. Good luck, guys.
And good luck, everybody. So, Kane, it looks like we may get a race after all. At least iRacing's back on. You can hear the excitement. And these guys, they're ready to get on the dang track.
Yeah, most definitely, and we're ready to broadcast something. So yeah, it was so awesome for those guys to come in and visit with us. It definitely made this time just sitting here waiting a lot better, a lot funner.
Yeah, it's like they were saying. It's just like a real, it's like a rain delay in real world racing. That's kind of what you would compare it to. Real tracks don't just close. So, I mean, it's definitely different, but it's really cool that they got to come in and do that, and it got them all fired up too. And it actually may have helped this race actually happen as far as all the drivers going in, and so just them being able to communicate together. But here we are. Let's see if I can get in here now. That's going to be the key, Kane. If you can get in there, we're good to go.
Well, I've got it up, so I got the iRacing website's up, so we'll see if they're going to reschedule the race or cancel it or what.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And what's crazy is iRacing got some updates it's telling me to update, and I've already updated it. That's weird. It's just for the Toyota Camry is what it's telling me.
Interesting. I'm not showing any updates on mine.
So I'm going to let that happen. And Kane, if you get in and see if they reschedule the race, announce that as soon as you can, buddy. And that would be wonderful. Like I said, we don't know for a fact if we will be able to get this race in tonight, guys. So for those that are listening, I know we've got quite a bit of viewers on. Just hang with us. We're trying to get this figured out just as much as you guys are. Now, I'm showing that we have, in what would be the top split, Kane, there's 31 guys in, or, well, I don't know if that is the official top split. In fact, by the names that are in there, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think some people got a race launched, so if that's the case, it's really going to make it difficult to have another just start time.
Yeah, I see. Looks like Billy Price got in. Benjamin Burmeister got in. Let's head into that race right there. Casey Tucker is in, and we were just talking to Casey. So did these guys just join? I'm going to go in and find out.
Yeah, that's what we should do. Just jump on in there and see if Casey's in there. I would say that, yeah, we definitely need to jump in and see what's going on.
Yep, right now the race is staging on my end, so it will be loading in just a second, and we'll be finding out some news real soon. We'll be heading straight out to Talladega, Alabama, to Talladega, which is, as you know, Kane, one of my favorite places in the world. I love to go visit there. It is not only a great race, it's a great time. Big party there, big action, big fun, and there's always the fear of the big one. And boy, it has really messed up some point standings for some drivers, and not only in real world racing, but in iRacing as well. And there's always the fear of it, and it's going to be fun to see if this thing is even if it's only a couple laps in or something, Kane. This will be great.
Yeah, it's loading up on this end, so we'll get in here and see if we're in practice time or if we're into some laps or see how it goes.
Now, if this race did start on the official time, it would have started at 9:15 approximately, and it's 9:52 here in the Eastern time zone in the U.S. That means we'd be about 45 minutes, about 4 minutes into the race, and but I'm hoping that maybe they delayed the start. And just a few more seconds, and we'll have that information as the server's loading up now. And once again, we'd like to apologize to the viewers that came in to watch this race tonight. We were not expecting iRacing to have difficulties this evening, and it seems to be a pattern with the new build, and I'm not going to get mad at iRacing Kane, because when you get new updates, there's always going to be bugs, and you have to expect that. And so I definitely understand it. It just stinks. And I'm still loading, buddy. All right, well, I am in the server now, and it looks like the race has begun. And it's only on lap number 7 from what it tells me right here. So, Kane, we got us a race.
All right, looking to get in myself here pretty soon and see if I can get some video up for everybody.
In the meantime, I'll be happy to keep you guys updated on what's happening around the track. Right now, here we are on lap number 8 of 94 laps. It is Justin Bolton out in the lead. Justin Bolton is followed by Tyler Hill in second, third Logan Sheets, Matt Spangler in the 4th position, Greg McKinney in 5th. Kyle McCormick is in the 6th spot with Stephen Gilbert in 7th. Donald Bokum is in 8th with Brian Macklin in 9th. Rounding out the top 10 is Jesse Atchison in the number 5 Ford Fusion. In 11th tonight is Benjamin Burmeister. He runs 11th with Billy Price in the Outlaw Chevrolet, or excuse me, now it's the Worth Chevrolet tonight. I like that paint scheme. In the number 8 machine, he's in 12th. Stephen Ezani, we're not going to say it wrong anymore. Stephen is running 13th. Jason Yacht in 14th. Robin Mundhink is in 15th. Casey Tucker is in the 16th position in the Fastenal Ford Fusion. Matthew Nichols 17th, Cullen Brown 18th, 19th Matthew Wright. Jordy Lopez Jr. is in 20th. Jordan Worth 21st, Alan Bowes 22nd, Brandon Coppinger in 23rd, Dwayne Vincent 24th. John Schweikert is in the 25th slot, and Brandon Schmidt 26th. Timu Livinen rounds out the 27 car field. Kane, he is in the back of the field 5 laps down. Now, I'm looking at the race start. It looks like we got the pole sitter was Logan Sheets. Now Logan at the current time, we're only on only on lap 10. Logan is running in the 3rd spot, and he looks okay at the moment. The problem is he's running all by himself, no drafting partner. And the Alan Bowes is the next car out in front, and I love his new paint this week. Alan Bowes has the Dollar General Home Depot paint scheme, and I like that a lot. It's on his Toyota Camry. Kane, are you here with me, buddy?
I am. I'm here just trying to get this race up for everybody to view here.
Awesome. And as soon as we have pictures, guys, it will be a lot better. I promise you guys will love that. And everything will be good to go. Once again, Justin Bolton, he was out in the lead. It showed him out in the lead, but right now he is pushing behind a lap car, and that is helping him out a lot. It's really helping him out. He's got Casey Tucker up there beside him, and we're going to kind of need a caution just to kind of regroup the field, Kane. So if we can get a caution, we'll be able to kind of regroup since we started right in the middle of lap 7. Tyler Hill in the second position in the number 7 machine. Now Tyler Hill is in the Toyota Camry in that blue crazy paint scheme there, and he is doing a good job using up the draft. He is following the number 14 machine of Jordy Lopez Jr. in the Monster Ford Fusion. Down on the inside now, the number 7 is going to get ahead of Jordy there to get some fresh air. As things get really hot when you're in the draft and you don't get that nose out for air, that temp really goes up in a hurry. Something these guys are going to have to keep an eye on tonight.
Alright, I do got some images up, although my regular overlay is still not working. I was told it was fixed, but it's already crashed 3 times, so I'm having to go back to a generic overlay. But we will still get this race broadcast.
That is okay, my friend. And Logan Sheets and Kyle McCormick right now having a good little race for position, Kane. This is the battle for 4th place. Kyle McCormick in the number 17 Chevrolet, doing all he can right now to just utilize that draft. He's in the Lysol Chevy. Good looking car out there. And he's right behind the Logan Sheets in the Sheets Ford Fusion. The number 6 Ford Fusion doing really well up there. He's trying to do all he can up in 4th. Now Matt Spangler is the next car. He's up in 3rd in the number 20 Toyota Camry. Up ahead of them are 2 lapped cars, and those cars are Timu Livinen and Brandon Schmidt. Right now, Brandon Schmidt getting around that number 30 machine of Alan Bowes. Alan is 1 lap down. And right now, if the caution were to wave, Kane, Cullen Brown in the number 11 would be our lucky dog. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we're on. The leader is on lap 15 at the moment, and that is Justin Bolton, who has over a 12-second lead over Tyler Hill. It's crazy when you look at it, Kane. You just got to wonder, how did Justin Bolton get to an 11? Well, it's down to an 11-second lead now, and then Tyler Hill, is 11 seconds behind him. But then Matt Spangler is 28 seconds back in 3rd. So
it sounds like the race was like maybe when it came up, the race was live and they jumped in, and yeah, it was already green when they jumped in, and so they just got started as soon as they jumped into the race or something. Because I just can't imagine them having that kind of a split.
Yeah, it sounds like a start off pit road or something. We'll have to really get a word in with these drivers at the end of the race, because I am dying to know how this has only happened in only 16 laps. Now, like I said, these guys are still together. Logan Sheets and Kyle McCormick still battling for that 4th position. These two really helping each other a lot on the draft at the moment. Stephen Gilbert in the number 21 machine. Him and Greg McKinney are the next 2 cars. Now, Greg is a little bit further back. He's trying to use the draft all he can to get back up there to fight with Stephen Gilbert. But this car up here this pack is a great pack to watch at the moment, Kane. Up here caution is out. Caution is out. So this will be huge. I'm trying to see where the caution is. Now, we always have the fear of the big one here at Talladega.
I'm thinking the caution came out from Brandon Copinger.
Yeah, Brandon Coppinger.
Yeah, Coppinger, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the Wahoo Chevrolet, that's definitely where the caution happened, Kane. He went down below the yellow line And what happened was it looked like maybe he was going to run into a car in front of him. He tucked down below the yellow line, and when he tried to correct, it looks like he overcorrected. The back end got loose, just may have scraped the back wall, but he spun completely around in traffic. And even though there was no contact with any other cars, that will bring the caution out. So to our knowledge, to the first time today, the caution does wave, and this will regroup our traffic. Matthew Wright should be the lucky dog. He was the first car a lap down, and Matthew Wright in the number 18 of Playseat Chevrolet should get a lap back, and we'll have 18 cars on the lead lap when we go back green. Justin Bolton is your leader. After first caution, we'll keep an eye to see who will go in and try to pit and who will stay out. This is going to be interesting because such a unique start to this race. One thing that's going to be exciting is seeing these guys reline up. This is how they should reline up, but I'll just wait till after pits to see if these guys decide to pit. They're just now, our leader Justin Bolton just now catching the pace car in the bestwestern.com Chevrolet. Whoa, can you say what a crazy night, buddy? I'm telling you what, this has just been unbelievably crazy. Now, leader heading down to pits, Justin Bolton goes. He's being followed by Tyler Hill, who will head down pit road as well. Behind Tyler Hill, it will be Logan Sheets. Following Logan is going to be Kyle McCormick. And on back, a few others will pit as well. Looks like the leaders are heading in, and then a couple stragglers will also head down. So we'll keep an eye on the front of pit road. It's going to be a race towards the pit exit. Justin Bolton will win the race off of pit road, so that's big for him. Second off pit road will be Donald Bokum, and a good job for him. He went in ninth position. He comes out, looks like he comes out in second or third, depending on where they score Matt Spangler at the end of these pits. Tyler Hill was in second. He comes out in fourth. Fifth, Kyle McCormick. Out sixth out of the pits will be Logan Sheets. So Kyle McCormick and Logan Sheets should continue to have that battle. They have been, actually, it's hard to call it a battle. They've almost been working together, Kane. Kyle McCormick in his Chevy or Lysol Energizer Chevrolet has been with the Sheets Ford Fusion. These two have been working together. You don't see a Ford and a Chevy working together early in the race like this very often. Brian V. Macklin in the number 28 Toyota Camry is right back there in seventh. Greg McKinney is in the number 13 Chevrolet. He's scored in the 8th position at the moment. Jesse Atchison is scored in 9th, and Stephen Esney is in the 10th position. Just out of the top 10, an honorable mention goes to Billy Price, who's in 11th in the Worth Chevy SS. And Kane, we got us a race, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. It's looking really good now that we've got the yellow out and got all the cars grouped back up where they should be for a start. It's going to be a good race from this point out.
It definitely is, and I gotta say, I was worried. I can't lie. I was worried that we were not going to get to see this race, and really happy that we are able to get this race in. One of the things here, as we didn't get a chance to mention, Kane, is 2.66 mile track. This is the largest super speedway in the world. It is the largest, and Talladega was built 10 years after the construction and opening of Daytona. This is Bill Brandt Sr.'s dream here. He wanted something bigger, faster, and here we are for 94 laps, which that rolls out to be 250 miles around Talladega. It is always an extremely close race. Talladega over the years has produced some of the closest finishes in NASCAR history, and we expect the same in iRacing, and it always turns out to be such an amazing race. And now with this new tire model, Kane, it's going to be hard to count or to call this thing. I mean, are we going to have used to, you could go to the back and work your way to the front, but we heard earlier when we talked with Jordy Lopez Jr. that may not be the case with this new tire model. It's going to be really hard to get some passes. So we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on everything and see how it turns out. And as the guys head around, we'll get a good look here shortly, and should be getting the one to go maybe this time by. We'll keep an eye on the pace car to see how that goes, how they score it this time by. Actually, I don't know if we'll get the one to go quite yet. One of the things worth mentioning, Kane, is the start-finish line here is a little different than other tracks. It's not at the middle of the tri-oval or your quad oval. It's actually all the way down near turn one, and that has caused some of the crazy finishes that we've seen throughout the years at Talladega. It really brings out some awesome racing.
Yeah, Talladega is just famous for the racing. It really is some awesome racing. Speedway racing's it's so exciting to watch because the cars are going so fast, so close together. It really takes a special kind of talent, and these drivers definitely have that talent.
Definitely do. And it looks like we may be one to go. Check on the pace car lights here and see what we can find here, buddy.
Yeah, the pace car lights are off. We should be going green this time around as they are lined up 2 by 2.
Awesome news as it's time to go race, and now we get an official start here at Talladega. All eyes will be on Justin Bolton this time by as he gets ready to take us green after our first caution of the day, and we'll get this race started. 250 laps here, or 250 miles, pardon me, at Talladega. We've already got 21 under our belt. We hit green at 22 laps into the race. This is going to be awesome. And here we go, inches away. Pace car is off. All eyes on Justin Bolton. He's got quite a ways before he gets to that start-finish line. This is a real important job for whoever's leading the race on these restarts. They kind of have... Here we go, green flag in the air. Justin Bolton off to a good start. The field is tight. And that's one of the things worth mentioning. On these plate tracks, these cars don't have the acceleration that they do in your typical race, Kane. And the reasoning for that is with these restrictor plates, it takes these guys about a full lap to get 100% speed. And the number 13 car at the moment falling back a little bit on the start. That's Greg McKinney. He's having a little bit of trouble, Kane. Something's wrong with the Alliance Chevy SS. He is really losing positions. Just lost 5 right there. Make that 7. He's up on the high side. That car just doesn't seem to be going. Here's the number 30 machine heading around him now. That's Alan Bose, who is in the 21st position. He's going to fall to the rear of the field. Justin Bolton is out first, has Kyle McCormick right behind him. Tyler Hill had a rough start as well. Kane, he falls back behind Logan Sheets, who's in the 5th position. This is, or now Logan's back in 7th, or Logan's in 6th, I'm sorry, Tyler back in 7th. These positions change in a hurry here at Talladega. This is what it's all about. Back up front, it is Justin Bolton. For the moment, on the high side, it is the number 5 machine in the Ford Fusion. It's Jesse Atchison being pushed by Steven Azzini. And I said it wrong. I'm sorry, Steve.
It's going to be hard to adjust the way we say that, but
it is.
We know the proper way to say it, so hopefully we can.
And look at that. There's the number 5 making the pass. Steven Azzini pushes him to the lead. Now that pushes Steven into the second spot. That'll make our former leader all the way back in third place. Behind him, the number 17 of Kyle McCormick. The top 4 cars really pushing, but here comes Logan Sheets being pushed by the number 28 machine. That is Brian Macklin, and then Tyler Hill back in 7th. So the top 7 cars are really right here in a single file line at the moment. Nobody trying anything pushy. We got a long race ahead, Kane.
That is for sure. It's a long race here at Talladega. It takes quite a while to get through 94 laps, so these guys probably just trying to settle in and start knocking these laps down.
Got in here kind of late. He was a lap down, Kane, and now here he is all the way up in the 14th position, back on the lead lap. In fact, right now we have 23 cars on the lead lap. The last car that started on the lead lap was Casey Tucker in the number 10 Fastenal Ford Fusion. He is in the tail of the field now, but still on that lead lap. He rides behind Greg McKinney in the number 13 Alliance Chevy SS. And remember, Greg McKinney had that really rough start, Kane. I thought something was wrong with that Alliance Chevy.
Yeah, I'm glad to see he's up to speed. Maybe he just had trouble getting through the gears and was stuck in a lower gear and lost a lot of pace, or maybe he wanted to be back there with his teammate Billy Price to push to the front. I'm going to guess that's what it was all about, was getting hooked up with teammate Billy Price so they can make their way to the front together.
That's exactly what it looks like right now, Kane. He is with Billy Price. Billy was in a great position early in the race too. Both drivers falling to the back, and now they're starting to push back towards the front. There's definitely nothing wrong with his car. This is a really good push put on by both of them. We'll check back on them here in just a little bit. Our former leader, Justin Bolton, who was in the lead, still rides in third position, but this single file line, Kane, we have some guys starting to go out on the outside. And it's fun to watch now, as we do have 2 rows up here. It's the number 28 car who leads the outside lane. That number 28 car is Brian Macklin. And Brian right now really pushing. He's got a good run on the high side. The high group's starting to move.
Yeah, he's being pushed by Brandon Schmidt, who's unfortunately 3 laps down, but he's definitely working with those guys up at the front. And looks like he's got hot and he's looking for some help to cool down.
Place now, and now the 28 car comes down to the low side, up on the high side, who's stuck up there with the number 16 machine. That is the number 1 car, and he really is pushing right now, trying to stay up there, and he's holding on. I'm telling you what, we got us a really tight race up here in the front.
I remember at Daytona how effective Timu Livnin was at pushing, so to see him pushing the 26th place car, Brandon Schmidt, up there, if we get a few cautions and these guys can get some wave rounds, I think we'll see these two doing a great job to get on the lead lap to finish this race.
There we go, buddy. Yeah, the number 1 car, he's, man, I tell you what, he's 3, it's Brandon Schmidt. He's 3 laps down, Kane. He gets those cautions, can find a way back on this lead lap. Maybe you never know what can happen here at Talladega. Still a long way to go. It's only lap 25 of 94 here. Tell you what, out in front right now, Jesse Atchison being pushed by Steven Azzini. And boy, they're really going at it. The number 28 of Brian Macklin back in third in the Toyota Camry. He's being pushed by Justin Bolton. The bottom line has a lot of good pushers down there. Logan Sheets right now right behind the number 17 car of Kyle McCormick in his Chevy Lysol number 17. Really good racing up here at the front. Here comes the high line. Got a really good push now, as here it is, Brandon Schmidt getting a nice push down there from the number 16 machine of Timu Livnin. These guys are just flirting with getting back up there to gain a lap back. And it really helps Brandon Schmidt. He's 3 laps down. Timu Livnin's 4. If Brandon Schmidt can get a lap back and get to 2 laps down, that's when it really starts looking possible that you can get back on the lead lap. But for some reason, when you see 3 laps down, you feel like you never can get there. And they're doing a good job out front right now. They're hanging on there, but they've split up. The number 16 now being pushed by Justin Bolton in the Best Western machine, and they're up on the high side. Justin wants to get a little piece of this high group to see how he can go.
Seeing Jordan Worth now cut out on the outside line, as he was out there with Jordy Lopez Jr. Jordy found the spot on the inside to duck in. That left Jordan Worth on the high side, and that is costing him some time, being stuck out on the outside.
He's not giving up on the high side at the moment. I'm sure he'll tuck in now, but he stayed up there by himself for a while, and I like to see that. He's still up there.
Now we see Jordy Lopez Jr. is taking the high side again. Now he's getting up there 3 wide. He decides to tuck back in behind the 6 of Matt Spangler.
Yeah, we talked to Jordy Lopez Jr. pre-race. He talked about how he's not really a big fan of these plate tracks, and you see him right now doing a really good job in the Monster Ford Fusion, the number 14 machine right behind the Sheets Fusion. And I tell you what, he's got a good position at this point in the race. We're on lap 31 of 94, long way to go in this race, and right now he seems to be in a good spot to stay out of trouble. That's what we got to keep an eye on. When we start to see these heavy packs, Kane, that's when trouble can emerge, and you don't want to be caught up in there with nowhere to go. It can happen in the blink of an eye, and if you're stacked in between 5 cars, 6 cars, there's nowhere to go but into the car in front of you. Oh, the number 20 car, Matt Spangler there. He's in the 5th position, slides up the track a little bit. I thought he may have made contact with the number 16 machine of the Sim Room Chevy, and that would have been big trouble for Timu Livinen and the number 20 of Matt Spangler.
Let's talk about Matt Spangler. As we've seen on the points, Matt has made his way into that 20th position and has made himself into that Road to Pro Series. So now he is actually racing for his chance to run in the Pro Series this year, to make his way into the big race, the NASCAR Peak Series. So we got to see him racing a little bit harder from now on, as he has made himself into the run for Pro. Seeing the pack racing really being effective from this latest build on the Gen 6 car, that we've had some rule changes this year. It's really made pack racing very effective as opposed to tandem racing. We do still see some tandem racing happening, but seeing a lot of the pack racing.
Yeah, 3 wide right now. Really fun to watch these guys. Matt Spangler doing really good on that bottom line, Kane.
Just to look like a little bit of touch of contact with Justin Bolton there that caused him to have a little bit of wiggle there, but everything's okay. He did lose a couple positions.
All right, just ahead, up near the front, in the number 5 car, Jesse Atchison tries to get up to our new leader, Brian Macklin. Brian in the number 28 Toyota Camry looks really good right now. He's just following that number 1 Peak Appliance Chevrolet. He's got, all he has to do is follow Brandon Schmidt. He knows Brandon is only 2 laps down, as he is right in front of these leaders. And if we were to get a caution, and I don't know Brandon's fuel and tire, I'm sure his tire situation's fine, but if he could get a wave around, get back to 1 lap down, because right now our current, or would-be potential lucky dog is the number 25 in the Marine Chevy. That's John Schweikert, and John is actually not too far back. He's actually riding right there with the number 22 machine of Benjamin Burmeister. Benjamin's in 17th, so we'll keep an eye on these guys. And I wanted to check back on Billy Price and Greg McKinney. They're running 18th and 19th, coming up on that number 25 car as we speak, pushing each other towards the front.
Yeah, these are definitely going to be an interesting pair to watch throughout this race, as they have, Greg McKinney he gave up half a field of position to run with Billy Price to make that run to the front. So it's definitely going to be an interesting pair to watch.
Now towards the front, here comes the number 16 and the number 27 cars. They're on that high groove again, trying to get up there and push up there with Brandon Schmidt. And it's fun to watch these guys. That's Matthew Nichols in the number 27 machine. Scored in 3rd place at the last time by. He's trying, I don't know, it looks like he was trying to find a spot. Now Stephen Esney is down on the bottom line. I thought he may go to the high side, Kane, but he's going to tuck in behind Jesse Atchison and ride with him. Both these Ford Fusions look really good right now in the draft. Kyle McCormick now will tuck in behind Steven there, and it looks like these two, Steven just looked like he was going to go high, decides against it, heads back down low, and the 17 car was coming up. I didn't know if he had enough room, but he made it in just fine. Down on the inside, Brian Macklin on the low side, going to try to get ahead of Timu Living in there. Brandon Schmidt there, and Timu Living in. And get up there with him. I'm telling you, when you see the guys that are 3 and 4 laps down being able to stay ahead of the leaders, that's a good sign for those cars. They've got to find a way to get back on this lead lap. 28 car Brian Macklin gets down, Kane. He is heading towards the pits or something. Something's going on with the 28 car. Yeah, he's in the pit. He's in the pits. So Macklin is in the pits, and we'll see what's going on.
He's exited out. Something must have come up or something, because he has exited his car.
Yeah, that's something has happened to the leader, Brian Macklin, and so it looks like his day is done for the moment. Jesse Atchison will be the beneficiary, as he is now the new leader of the race, and that is him in the number 5 Ford Fusion, looking really good right now. He's there with Stephen Esney. And I tell you what, this is going to be a fun watching these two Ford Fusions, see if they work together to maintain 1st and 2nd. I'm kind of worried about Steven a little bit, Kane. He's been pushing for quite a while. I'm sure he's okay, or he would try to get out and get some air. I think that may be what he was doing when I thought he was going to the high side. He was just poking out there to get a little air. I just want to make sure that he doesn't get caught with, it gets real easy to ignore that temperature gauge until it's too late.
Yeah, I agree. When you're running in a pack, you're concentrating on the car in front of you, the car behind you, and if you've got cars on the outside, it can be very tense, and it seems like you forget to keep an eye on your temperature gauge, and it's very easy to run just a little bit too long and have some engine problems.
Boy, these guys really are the best of the best. They're doing a really good job out here today, keeping things nice and steady, staying all in a nice pack, and some good racing going on right now. Well, we're on lap 40. This thing's flying by with long green flag run, Kane. This race is moving along quite nicely. We're already on lap 40 of 94. So it won't be long, and we'll be at the halfway point.
It's amazing to see these guys laps down. Brandon Schmidt and Timu Livinen, they're out in front of the leader, Jesse Atchison, and they've been there ever since the restart. And they're having a great race. That don't seem like Jesse and Steve are needing by for anything. They don't seem like they're being held up. So great run by Brandon and Timu for staying ahead of the leader and staying on, at least keeping from going down one more lap.
Yeah, that's absolutely a great point. And I'm trying to see on Stephen Esney's paint scheme here. It's a new one now.
Did I call him Izini again?
I don't think so. Or maybe. But he's got a new paint scheme, and it's either, I think it's Dog E-Coin. Dog E-Coin is, it's got a dog on the hood. Awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of the Talladega skin with the cougar on it, you know. So that's a pretty cool skin for Talladega.
Yeah, it brings back some memories there. Really tight single file line though up here at the front, all the way back. Jordan Worth now going to try to look to the high side. He's going to get a little brave and maybe try to see what he can pull up on the high side. He's pushing this WingQuest Toyota Camry, really looking to try to move up now. He's in there with Logan Sheets below him, and Logan has a nice run off the backstretch. Beautiful job for him. And this is a good little race here, as right there with Logan Sheets we have Matthew Nichols, and these two are neck and neck here. The number 27 Muscle Farm paint, and I love that car. The number 27 of Matthew Nichols, his Muscle Farm car is cool. I love that green and black. It looks really good. Now down on the bottom line there, Jason Yacht, and he's moving in the Bojangles Chevy SS, the number 24 machine now, getting ahead of the number 27 car now. Beautiful job by the 24 down on the bottom line. That bottom groove looks to be the place to move at the moment if you're not in a tight draft. All right, in the front, Jesse Atchison in the number 5 machine, still in the lead. And we got the guys starting to head to the pits. That was kind of close. That was kind of a scary little moment there, Kane, the way they went down. That happened really fast. They shot down Timu Livinen and Brandon Schmidt. Shot down to, well, actually, it was just Brandon Schmidt. He shot down to pit road. And that kind of was a scary little moment. Now, when you look at the lap times here, or the fuel window, I think you can stretch about 55 to 65 laps out of this fuel run, out of this fuel tank. So we'll keep an eye on these guys now. That may be overshooting it a little bit, but we'll have to keep a close eye and kind of gauge when these guys do get to pit. Now, I have to say that I absolutely love Jesse Atchison's paint scheme. I haven't had a real chance to say anything about it yet, but I got a real closer look, and it's a platypus paint scheme, and I'll tell you what it looks like. Hey, remember NASCAR Racing 2003? It looks like the Papyrus car that was on that game, and that, as you know, is basically what most people call the birth of sim racing as far as mainstream, and that is too cool to me. I actually still own NASCAR Racing 2003, and I haven't played it in a long time, but man, that is actually, Papyrus is iRacing now. I mean, Papyrus guys are actually all working at iRacing, and that is actually the system that we have now. So it's really cool to me to see him in the car that reminds me of that.
Lots of cool cars this week. Is we've seen it. Maybe last week, lots of guys repainted their cars, and we've seen lots of new cars out on the track. One of my favorites is the Sheets car, Logan Sheets. I love that, the blue, and he's got his name on the side. It makes it easy to know exactly who's driving that car.
Yeah, it's a really good looking car. All right, guys, here we are, 47 laps into the race. Jesse Atchison in the lead in the Platypus number 5 Ford Fusion. Steven Esney is in the Doggy Coin Ford Fusion, and I'm gonna be mad if I'm saying this sponsor wrong. I'll tell you what. Back in third, Kyle McCormick in the Lysol Chevy SS. Matt Spangler back in the 4th position, the number 20 car in the Speed Hunters Camry, looking good at the moment. Back in 5th in the BestWestern.com Chevy, it is Justin Bolton and Tyler Hill in 7th. Back in 7th place, it's Logan Sheets now, with Donald Bocom in 8th. Jason Yacht in 9th, and rounding out the top 10 in the number 23 machine is Robin Mundick. Benjamin Burmeister on his way towards the front now, Kane, as the Ford Fusion is up to 11. Matthew Nichols is going up on the high side now, trying to get a run all by himself up there in he's doing a really good job in the Muscle Farm Chevy SS. Now, he has a little bit of damage to the front end of that Muscle Farm Chevy.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Some pretty significant damage there to the front of that car.
It ain't slowing it down a hair. He's doing really good on the high side. Here comes Jordan Worth back in 13th to push him to try to get around Benjamin Burmeister. Now, that is the battle for 11th position. Also, look at the number 15 machine, Kane. And in the number 15 machine is Greg McKinney. Remember, he had that spin out a little bit. Oh my goodness, Brandon Coppinger, excuse me, in the Wahoo car had that rough incident earlier where he spun out. He's in 22nd, and he's trying to get up to Alan Bowes, who's a few cars ahead of him in the number 30 Home Depot Camry. If he could get ahead of him, he would be the potential lucky dog. And Alan Bowes is trying to hold on to that potential lucky dog spot.
Yeah, we definitely got a race for the lucky dog position. That's another race to keep our eye on to see who's going to get that lap back and be back on the lead lap and have a chance to win this thing.
Yeah, that's too cool. We do have cars that are out of the race. Dwayne Vincent is out of the race. Also, Brian Macklin in the garage area. His day is done. Timu Livinen is 4 laps down still, but he is still looking strong as ever. Him and Brandon Schmidt still running together, and those two really, I tell you, if they can find a way to get back on that lead lap, Kane, they have 2 fast cars.
Yeah, most certainly. It would be, yeah, the way this thing started really is a shame, because I know that those guys would be really fun to be watching if they were competing with everybody else on the lead lap.
Fast, and who knows what can happen.
Take a look back at the Billy Price and Greg McKinney combo as they make their way up the field. They've made their way up into the 14th and 15th position so far, about halfway up the field.
Yeah, Kane, and they're not far behind Jordan Worth and the number 4 WingQuest Camry, and also in the Muscle Farm number 27 machine of Matthew Nichols. Now, those two are in 13 and 12. So if they can get up just a little bit more, they'll be getting ready to kind of crack into that top 10 if they can catch that draft. Now, those two drafted by themselves is going to be fine. They should be fine as far as not falling any further back. It will be hard for them to catch up.
You want to mention something about the damage on the 27 car. As we know, iRacing has built in now that when your car has some damage, it will leak fluid and tire parts will fall off the car and things like that. If you look at Jordan Worth's car, you can see lots of motor oil and things like that on his car. So the damage on the 27 car is significant enough that it's really making Jordan Worth's car very dirty. Jordan's probably having a heck of a time looking at his windshield.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm get a little onboard footage from the WingQuest Camry onboard camera, and I tell you what, it is definitely difficult for him to see. That is a crucial amount of oil on that windshield, and you got to think after a while it kind of can become an annoyance, and could even become a potential problem.
Yeah, and the longer he stays behind him, the worse that buildup's going to be on the windshield, and the harder it's going to be to see. As we're on board with Jordan Worth now, looking through that windshield, it's a mess.
It really is, and I love looking at the interior of that Camry. I love how it has a little different gauges in there, or gauge setup in there, we should say.
Yeah, the Toyotas have such a much better cockpit, I think, than the other two, and so I'm glad that they included the dash in the new build with the Toyota. That's fantastic, because it really looks good. The gyro cam, just as amazing here at Talladega as Daytona. Fantastic.
Yeah, if we look on the gyro cam, you really get an opportunity to see the 33 degrees of banking. By far, it's just impressive. If you're standing down on the apron looking up at the top of that high groove on the embankment, it is 5 stories taller than you. Now we have some cars ducking down pit road, Kane. Here comes green flag stops from our leader, Jesse Atchison. we'll keep a close eye to see how these green flag stops work out. Ooh, right now, good job by Steven Esney. He got ahead of Jesse Atchison there, and we'll see who wins that race off of pit road. That's going to be really important, and I'll keep a close eye on these guys as they get ready to exit pit road. And Steven Esney, since he started third, looks like he's got the third box. Here comes Jesse Atchison. It's a race to the line. I don't know who got second. Oh, it doesn't matter because it's not a pit, but it's going to be the race off. Who will get it? Man, that was awesome. Good job there by the number 5 car. Really good. Really good job by him. Jesse Atchison really got in and out of the pits really nicely there. And I was worried. I thought he was going to lose it. Now, the problem is he got out by himself, and that's going to hurt him just a little bit. Right now, you see cars going around Steven Esney, and they're going around with ease because these guys are not up. It takes a full lap to get up to full speed here with these restrictor plates. Now you see Jordy Lopez Jr. there in company heading around. Jordy's back in the 19th spot, Kane. What we saw Jordy earlier looked like he was really starting to move up towards the top 10. Now it's starting to fall back a little bit. And up in front of him on the high side, right there by him, is this Brandon Schmidt there and Timu Livinen there. Those two have been paired up this entire race, and they're fast. It's crazy that two of the fastest cars on the track are 3 and 4 laps down.
Matt Spangler on his way out of the pits now with that second group.
And back out in the lead now is Logan Sheets. How about that? Logan Sheets with Jason Yacht in second. Third place is Benjamin Burmeister. As we see now, here comes Logan Sheets, Benjamin Burmeister, all heading down towards pit road. We'll keep an eye on this round of pit stops. The green flag stops are here. Robin Mintink is also in. Real important here not to speed on pit road. This is probably the most intense place to get a speeding penalty, Kane. Probably. With just the way that the draft is. If you have to come back and serve a penalty, you're going to come out of the draft and you're going to be toast. Now, here we go. Getting back. Good job by Logan Sheets. Now he is followed by Robin Mintink. And this is going to be fun watching these guys get back up to speed because here comes
Jason Yacht made the mistake of changing all 4 tires. That cost him a significant time in the pits, as most guys, I don't believe, are taking tires.
Look at the field right here. Big trouble, big crash. We got a big crash going on. The number 5 car, big close time, and we're going to have a huge, we got to go back and I'm going to have to check that out, get a race recall replay. And I saw the field coming up with that kind of speed, Kane, on these guys leaving the pits. And I'm trying to see where the initial contact happened. It's around Jordy Lopez Jr., but I don't know if he got into the 16 car. I looked like possible contact. It had to have been for that 16 to spin around like that. It just, boy, I thought it looked worse at first than what it really was. But the 16 car definitely got turned, and it didn't bring the caution out, did it?
No, it did not. That 16 car is Timu Livinen, so jump on board with Timu Livinen and get a race recall replay.
Man, that was something else. And he just got the back quarter panel tapped, and they were coming around very fast. And he looks to be okay. Timu Livinen is moving back up again. He's being pushed right now, and looks okay. What a way to save that. Jordan Worth is our leader right now, and he stayed out again. So, well, now he was our leader. Now he's in ninth. Justin Bolton is now the new leader, Kane.
Yeah, the Best Western Chevy doing a good job to be out front and right ahead of the 20 car of Matt Spangler.
Yeah, Matt Spangler in the Speed Hunters Toyota Camry, and he's right ahead of Tyler Hill, and Jordy Lopez Jr. is in 4th now. So we'll keep an eye on Jordy here and see how he does up here. Now, Jordy hadn't been down pit road yet, so we'll have to see how long he decides to stay out here.
Yeah, I'm really missing my pit stop overlay that I'm used to having to say who's been in, who hasn't, and what the times were. I really am hopeful that we can get our overlays working again by next week so that we can have all this great information presented to us. Because I'm not sure of those top 4 guys who has pitted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is just because out of guessing, out of seeing, watching them. But I know Justin Bolton has gone, Matt Spangler, I believe, has gone, and Tyler Hill. I know Jordy Lopez Jr. has not. But it's hard when you don't have that graphic, and you just don't have any way of knowing unless you just saw the pit, with your own eyes. Jordan Worth back in the 10th position right now. He's following the 17 car in the Lysol Chevrolet of Kyle McCormick and Steven Esney. And Steven in there in the number 3 car doing just fine in his Ford Fusion this week. Looks really good. We saw him almost I thought he was going to lead the race there for a little while. He's hung around in 2nd place for quite some time, and he's just kind of been playing it cool to this point, and just trying to stay up towards the front of the field and see what happens. We're on lap 62, Kane, or we can go ahead and say 63 of 94. So a little over halfway here, and it'll start getting a little more intense as the race continues. We've already went through more than half the field has already went through green flag stops. We have some that are yet to stop, and that will really kind of straighten things back out a little bit. Boy, I tell you what a race. From us thinking we weren't even going to get a race in to now we got us an awesome race. It had a crazy start. It's just a cool race. I love Talladega.
Tyler Hill having another great race. We've seen him have a fantastic race last week, and again this week he's having another fantastic race. Finds himself up in the 3rd position, racing against such great guys as Matt Spangler and Justin Bolton. That's a fantastic job by Tyler Hill.
Yeah, he's looked really good. This is 2 weeks in a row now. It'll be fun to see how Tyler ends up today.
Now, Jordy Lopez Jr. he would have had to have pitted, I got to think, at some point, because he would definitely be running low on fuel by now.
Yeah, I just didn't see him jump that many spots.
Yeah, for him to jump that many spots, you would think that he didn't pit, but I just wouldn't think they'd be able to be going. Maybe he's off on his pit sequence or something.
And that is very possible. He's doing good right now in 4th position. The car looks fine. And here he goes. Looks like, no. Is he ducking down? No.
Must have just been getting some air.
Yeah. Got to get some air in that bad boy. That's something we should start to really need to kind of keep an eye on, is the air issue, Kane. It's real important to keep an eye on that at this point in the race. These guys have been running flat out for a little while now, and if you've been pushing for a while, you need to get some air to that engine. It doesn't take it real long to heat up when you don't get a little air in it. Man, I tell you what, right now Jordy Lopez Jr. is about a car length and a half. Now he's starting to get a little gain. Good job. The 11 car is going to push him. That's Cullen Brown there in the number 11 Chevy SS. Going to try to help push Jordy back up there to get right up on Tyler. He needs to really tuck in there with Tyler Hill and Matt Spangler and Justin Bolton with this front three really pushing. But I tell you what, Kane, Timu Livinen was in the 16 car, but Brandon Schmidt, you know, those two ran together for a while. I was worried if one of them left, what would happen? Nuh-uh. Here is Brandon Schmidt in the Peak Appliance Chevy SS car. He is 2 laps down, but this guy is out front, and he has been out front for a while.
Well, other than pit stops, he's been out front ever since we came live on the server, so he's doing a fantastic job considering he's 2 laps down, being able to run with these guys and stay ahead of them.
It truly is fun to watch these guys, man. I'm telling you, they are just too fun to watch. So much talent here in this series.
That's Steve Esme going up top to make it too wide. He's got Kyle McCormick pushing him, hoping to make some gains around the outside there.
Yeah, doing good up on the high side, Kane. He's trying to get it right there. He's on the back quarter panel of Tyler Hill up on the high side now. And really the 17 car doesn't quite get the movement that he got. So he's kind of falling out of that. He's not getting quite as much draft. He's trying to pull off a Justin Bolton now, who's neck and neck with the number 1 machine down on the low side. So if they could pull out front, look at this guy right here. Stephen Esney doing a wonderful job up front. And now on the bottom line, the number 20 car is going to go down low as Justin Bolton decides to use that momentum that Steven had, and he's going to get a great push from Steven, and these two moving up and getting around the lapped car. And great job out front. Well, look at this. The 3 car going to stay up top. Steven wants the lead. But he will go down for a second. Real tight move right there, Kane. He decides he wants to go up. Now we're going to get 3 wide up here at the front. Look at that. Look at that car right there. I'm telling you what, Kane. Brandon Schmidt has a race-winning car.
You're right. He has definitely got some speed. He got the side draft there on the number 2, went right back around him, and is back up front. He's wanting to make sure that he don't go down another lap.
Yeah, when he's in the lead, he's only 2 laps down. When he gets behind Justin Bolton, he's 3 laps down, and he knows that, oh, look at this, 3 wide with the push from the number 17 machine. It's going to push Stephen Esney up to the front, and here comes the 17 pushing up high. Jordan Wirtz on the high side, too. He's hoping that he can ride up there with him. The number
he's hoping somebody will come up there and
really
push him. He's all alone in that middle line. Nobody's jumped up there to give him a push, but Steve Esney, he got the push, and it took him up front by quite a lot. He's got a couple car lengths on the number 1 car of Brandon Schmidt.
Steve Esney doing a great job, got up there. He's being pushed by Kyle McCormick, and Kyle McCormick's had a great car all day long. Now Tyler Hill got a good run with Justin Bolton. Will they go up on the high side? They're going to use the number 1 machine. He slows them down, the momentum. Oh, they have to tuck down back low. It's starting to get a little bit racy up here at the front.
Brandon's going to try that side draft to get back up into that front spot and try to keep that lap.
Yeah, Brandon knows if the yellow comes out and he's not ahead, what's going to happen. And it's going to be really hard to get back in this race this late in the race, being 3 laps down.
I don't see him being able to do it now that they've got a 4-car pack going there. He may have done it when it was just the 2 of them, but now that they've got a 4-car pack, and there is no one up there helping him. He's got no choice now but to go back. He's got to try to tuck back in that lower line, or he's just going to keep going further back.
Well, he's holding his own. Justin Bolton, he's holding his own, Kane. He's up there by himself. That car is set up to win this race. And I'm telling you what, by far, one of the strongest cars on the track. And he's going back up to the front by himself. Good gosh.
That is amazing.
I'm just giving him credit for staying up there. He hasn't freaked out, tried to get back down low. He's holding his own up there. And I'm telling you what, if I'm Tyler Hill right now, I'd tuck him behind that one car.
I agree. That's the way to the front, is to get behind that one car.
I mean, you can ride behind him all race, and you're gonna win the race. If he crosses first, it doesn't matter. You got a pusher that can help you. This is awesome. Real world NASCAR drivers pray for this stuff. I mean, you got a guy that you can push to the win. That's awesome. That never happens. Here comes the 18 car now. He's wanting to come up in the action. The high side seems to be the place to be. The 18 car is being pushed by Jordan Worth. And here, I mean, I'm telling you what, the 18 car really has some nice momentum. And this is going to be fun to watch. Now, the 18 car is Matthew Wright. And here he is. He's up in the front now. He came out of nowhere.
We haven't seen a whole lot of tandem racing thus far into the race, but now we're starting to see more and more of the tandem draft and how effective it can be. Now, these guys can't do it for long, running as much tape as they do. The car will get hot fast, but when they do, it's very effective.
Woo, buddy. Here we are, lap 74 of 94. So about 20 laps left here in the 250 laps Talladega race here in the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series. Steve Esney was your leader.
Look at
and
that.
Now it's Matthew Wright. How about that? The number 18 machine now leads the race. We haven't talked at all about this driver today, Kane.
Yeah, he did just exactly what you said. He went and pushed the number one car back up to the front, and he needs to just stay behind that car and push him and quit trying to get around him and just let him be up front.
Yeah, it's the USM Chevy SS. And oh, Stephen Esney up into the wall, Kane. I think he's okay, but he's going to lose a lot of time. Something happened to Steve there, and it's trouble for Steve time-wise.
Yeah, that's some bad luck for Steve. Is maybe a bad push or something caused him to go squirrely, and that took him back into 10th place from being right up front.
Back up there and make
One of the
a push.
guys watching the show gave us a little bit of information on the paint scheme there, Steve Esney. He said that the paint scheme is for the Shiba Inu dog breed, and that Josh Wise is going to be running that paint scheme this weekend.
That is awesome. That's really cool. Come on, Steve. Come on, he's falling back, Kane. I'm worried about him. I don't know if the car's running right.
Give a shout out to Dwayne Evans for that little bit of information there.
Thank you, Dwayne. We always appreciate guys watching the show help us out a little bit, to give us a little bit of insight. It definitely helps us out. Man, I hate that for Steve. Matthew Wright still leading this race. The number 17 car of Kyle McCormick would love to get out there and get the lead. He hasn't seen the lead all day long, but he's been up in the top 5 all day long. Let's see what happens here. He's got Justin Bolton behind the 18 car, wants to get around Brandon Schmidt up there in the front, and I don't know why. It doesn't matter if he's in front of you or not. I'd utilize him instead of trying to get around him. Now, he may be getting warm. I don't know what his situation is temperature-wise, so that may be why he's tucking out there.
Yeah, he don't seem to be tucking out there to try to get around. Just probably, just like I say, just try to get some air on that radiator and try to cool it down a little bit. I'm sure that red light's probably shining.
Billy Price, we haven't talked much about him and Greg McKinney in a while. Remember, they fell to the back at the beginning of the race, Kane, and teamed up with one another. It has not helped. They're running they're running 14th and 15th right now. And just have not, they need to be a little faster. It's just them two. And then they have the 24 machine of Jason Yacht right there with them, but it's not enough. Here they are passing to get the number 8 car of Billy Price out front, as his car seems to be heating up a little bit, and he'll lead this pack now, or this 3-car pack, but they're just too far back right now. They're praying for a caution, for a chance for them to get up there and fight with everybody else. very good point, Kane. That's very, very good point. But don't tell that to the guys up here at the front. Don't tell that to Justin Bolton now up on the high side being pushed by Matt Spangler. Jordan Worth and Tyler Hill choosing the high side as well. The 18 car undecided yet. He knows that the top line's about to get the momentum push. Here comes Justin Bolton and Matt Spangler up top. Justin Bolton with a nice momentum push. Will he get around now? He won't lead the lap, but he is starting to edge up on the back quarter panel of the number 18 car, and this is what it's all about. Oh, tight squeeze in for Justin Bolton. He's just able to get back down on the bottom line. Now the 18 car goes up high. Oh, this is going to hurt, Kane. This is going to hurt the 18 car, Kane. He got up there, and nobody went with him. Brandon Schmidt tucked back low. That's going to hurt him. It's going to cost him the lead, and he's going to fall back to at least third, now fourth place, and it's actually causing Matt Spangler trouble, and they can't get going. The high side just died. Yeah, definitely hurt him here on lap 81 of 94. We won't be long from 10 to go. This got to start moving towards the front. We've seen this isn't our typical Talladega race, Kay. Normally we could see a guy back in 15th, 16th, fight to the front with 2 or 3 laps to go. That's not the case with this new tire model. These guys have been fighting for position all day long. It's been really hard to gain positions here, and so track position is ever important. You got to keep that thing going to the front. Now is the time. We got guys heading towards the pits. I saw the 11 car dug down, and also number 1 of Brandon Schmidt head down towards the pit. That's going to bust up this front pack a little bit. That's big news for Justin Bolton and Kyle McCormick. Tyler Hill hoping he can catch back up. He is trying to get up there and doing a good job. He's got a nice little mow push on the bottom line. Logan Sheets trying to push him right now. The number 6 Sheets Ford Fusion looking really good all day long. He's kind of hung around. And here's Benjamin Burmeister, and how about Robin Mundick in the number 23 machine? He's looking good.
Yes, this is one of our first times missing him on the broadcast. He's made himself up into the 6th place. What a great run for Robin.
Yeah, he's looking really good in the Spade Racing Chevrolet. He's up there. Here comes the number 20 on the high side of him right now. That's Matt Spangler in the the Speed Hunters Toyota Camry. Jordan Worth and company, they're heading up, and I just saw something that I love. Matt Spangler, when you zoom in on his paint scheme, he's got the Dale Earnhardt 3 right there by the door window in the net. I love it. Right up tight on the Lysol, number 17 of Kyle McCormick. Kane, we got a race.
Matt Spangler and Jordan Worth definitely sticking together, doing a little bit of tandem drafting to get their way up to the front.
They just made some contact on one another, Kane. It kind of hurt their chances there for a minute, and Jordan felt that he got down on the bottom line. That's going to leave Matt Spangler all by himself up top for the moment.
I think Jordan's probably getting down for pit stops. I got a sense the pit stops will be coming soon, and these guys on the high line are really going to want to make their way down to the low line so that they can get to the pits.
Man, this is crazy. We're getting near the end of the race. Kane, we're 10 to go this time by, and now we got to stop for pit stops. Oh my gosh. Somebody's got to try to squeeze this thing out. And if you could stay out of the pits, I mean, you're talking about you could be a lap down and win this thing. So
I don't know if they're going to have to make another pit stop or not. Now, like, look, there's 94 laps on this race total.
That's it. We're about to
be. You would think that they could make 50 laps or so on a tank of gas, and so one pit stop would be all that would be required, but maybe not. Maybe the new build's kind of got the fuel mileage off a little bit. We'll just have to keep an eye and see if they do have to make another pit stop. Jordan Worth is back on the outside, pushing Logan Sheets now, so maybe he's not expecting a pit stop.
No, he's actually trying to push, but the high side's just not working at the moment, Kane. This bottom line really got a lot of speed. Out front, Justin Bolton looking really strong. Kyle McCormick's been one of the best push cars I've seen all day. He's really been the car you've wanted in your rearview mirror. He's just been really good at pushing all day. And I think he's going to try to pull the old-fashioned Talladega last lap. I'm going to push you to the end, buddy. and then right when we come out of turn 4, turn on the juice, go on the high side, and try to make the pass for the win. That's going to be fun. Here comes Jordan Worth, and go ahead, buddy. I'll get excited. Logan Sheets moving towards the front.
Yes, he is. That's a great push by Jordan Worth, getting Logan Sheets out there almost side by side with the front runner there, and it's going to be close there. If he can keep pushing him, he might be able to get him around there.
Here it is, side by side. The momentum's definitely on the high side. What's going to count is when they get into the turn. The bottom line has been the place to be. Can Logan Sheets get down with Justin Bolton? He wants to stay on the high side. He definitely has the position. He will cut down low, and that's going to really hurt Jordan Worth as he gets stuck on the high side by himself for the moment. Let's see if he can hold his own up there. We've seen it one time in the number 17 car, Justin Bolton, with a great push. And oh my goodness, I thought I lost the connection for a second. We're okay. And now we got a new leader. It's Logan Sheets now on lap 87 of 94. This race really winding down in a hurry. Jordan Worth starting to fall back the other way. He was in the 4th position, Kane, and he's all the way back to Benjamin Burmeister in 7th place.
Yeah, Jordan Worth's got to hope that Robin decides to come up top there and give him a push, and hopefully Robin
Justin Bolton. Sorry, buddy. Justin Bolton side by side right now. The number 17 car, Kyle McCormick's going to get in now and push. That's going to push Justin Bolton back now. He's going to fall behind Tyler Hill, and this is really going to start shuffling the field. Can he get in front of Matt Spangler? There's no room. He's going to have to stay on the high side in hopes that he gets some help real soon. This is not what Justin Bolton wanted to see.
Jordan Worth decides against pushing another guy up the front just to be left out on the high side and ducks back onto the inside, and that's going to leave Justin Bolton outside.
Yeah, Justin Bolton, this is not what he wanted to see. Nobody up there to help him at the moment. Something tells me Jordan Worth may pop out there and help him. There he goes. Yep, sure did. And he'll push him back up there. Jordan Worth wants to get up there. And here they go. Great push from Jordan. These guys have a little momentum on the straightaway. What's going to count is through the turns. That's where the bottom line has really been. You see the momentum stop once they get into the embankment. But on the straightaway, the high side has been the place to be. That's where the mow has happened. Here it is again. Straightaway, they get the push. Look at them. Great momentum. Great momentum through the straightaway. But as soon as they hit the turns, it's like they hit a wall. It all looks good, and then boom, into the wall. Here goes the bottom line. I'm telling you what. Beautiful job right now by Logan Sheets and Kyle McCormick up there at the front. Tyler Hill tucked in nicely. This is a great front 6-car battle for our lead up here. Matt Spangler trailing this 6-car pack, but what a good job. Here's Justin Bolton going to be side by side with Logan Sheets now, and oh, Jordan Worth falls off a little bit, Kane. That's going to hurt them up top. Well, he did a little bump draft move, and it kind of pushed him up towards the wall, and he had to kind of ease up a little bit not to hit the wall like we saw with Steven earlier. Lap traffic getting really close, and that was a scary moment for all the leaders. Woo! That's not what you want this late in the race. Kane, on lap 90 of 94 laps, this thing is winding down in a hurry. It's Logan Sheets, Kyle McCormick, Tyler Hill, Jordan Worth, and Matt Spangler up in the top 6. Who's going to get this thing? Justin Bolton up there as well. And this is going to be awesome.
Now it's Spangler's turn to push Jordan Worth to the front. Matt Spangler decides against it, tucks back down that line. That at least is going to leave Jordan Worth up top. Got a little bit of crazy lag there from Justin Bolton, but looks like it's settled down now. And Justin Worth's going to tuck back in on the inside. That's going to move him back to 6th place.
Yeah, back here with Benjamin Burmeister, him and Robin Mundick would love to get up here in this top 6 pack. They're not far away, Kane, and if they can get just a little momentum and catch on to that Jordan Worth draft, they'll be right there and in the same picture with these guys. You never know. These guys could be in our picture to win this race as well.
Jordan Worth has tried just about everything that he can to get to the front. He's tried pushing people, then they duck off, leave him up top. He's tried it 2 or 3 times, the same result. He's tried tucking in and just riding with the guys in the lower line. That didn't work. It's a tough time getting to the front for Jordan Worth, but he's definitely got a car fast enough to be up there competing with those guys. He just can't seem to get the help to get it done.
Man, it's been intense, Kane. This has been an intense battle. I've loved watching Jordan try all these different techniques to try to get up to the front, and his car just won't give him the punch. It gets it to him initially, but it just doesn't. The momentum seems to die out about halfway through the pass. And now on the high side, look at Matt Spangler and Justin Bolton. They're going to try to make a move. And here comes Jordan Worth. He decides to go back down to the bottom lane. And this is going to be big. Look at Justin Bolton. He's going to leave Matt Spangler up high and dry. And now Justin Bolton back in this picture. Remember, he fell back, Kane, all the way back to 7th position not even 3 laps ago. Justin Bolton back up to the 4th position for the moment. But here comes Jordan Worth and Matt Spangler on the high side.
2 laps remaining. We're coming up to the final lap here.
White flag will be waving this time by as Logan Sheets leads on the bottom line. This is where we got to watch Kyle McCormick and see when he decides to make his move. On the high side now, Jordan Worth, Matt Spangler got a nice run down the backstretch. Can they continue to get this thing done here as we come towards the white flag here in turn 3? Here's Logan Sheets down on the bottom line. Looks great with Kyle McCormick. Tyler Hill starting to get a little bit of a Mo push. He'll get right up on the bumper of Kyle McCormick. On the high side, they're still pushing. Jordan Worth in the Wing Quest Toyota Camry pushes the number 20 car of Matt Spangler, and the white flag will be waving this time by. There it is, lap 94 of 94. Who's going to make the move win? Is it going to be on the high side or on the low side? Not the right place for Matt Spangler and company. They're heading back. Justin Bolton wishes he could get a nice push right now on the dough. Tyler Hill's going to go to the high side. So is the 17 car of Kyle McCormick. And Logan Sheets is all by himself, came down the backstretch. We only have half a lap to go here at Talladega. Now Justin Bolton's going to slide up here down on the bottom line to try to help Logan Sheets down on the bottom. This is what it's all about. The number 17 car on the high side, Kyle McCormick being pushed by Tyler Hill. He's going to leave him up there, and I think Tyler Hill may have a push here on the final push. It's side-by-side racing on the high side. We have contact. It's going to be Tyler Hill who will win the race. Logan Sheets into the wall, and that is going to be the end of our race at Talladega. Tyler Hill wins the race, and a beautiful job well done for Tyler Hill. Boy, what a finish for Tyler Kane. He come from 3rd place there as the final lap and really made the right move at the right time, and it got him a win here at Talladega. We've talked about his recent success and last week how great he ran, and what a way to top it off with a win here at Talladega.
Yeah, it was exciting last lap action. It seemed like a couple of the drivers just made their move just a little bit too soon, and that allowed that bottom line to really take off. And man, the way things worked out with Tyler taking off to push up at the top, and Sheets getting a little goofy there. Yeah, it worked out in Tyler's favor, and what a great win.
Kane, Kyle McCormick ran out of gas. Kyle McCormick might have won that race. He had the lead over Tyler Hill on the bottom, and he was being pushed by Logan Sheets. As soon as Logan knew that he ran out of gas, Logan charged up to the high side, and that's when he made contact with the 17 car. What a way to finish. I mean, he ran out of gas about or a little over a quarter of a mile from the finish line. Wow.
What an exciting race. What an exciting finish. I knew it was going to be close on fuel, and to see him run out of gas like that, that's...
What an incredible finish. It always is. I mean, Talladega doing the burnout right now. Tyler Hill, well deserving of this victory. Killer job, and he really deserves to be really proud of himself. He had a phenomenal race, and this is how the are the results here at Talladega. I guess we can go ahead and read the final results in this crazy race. Tyler Hill was victorious here at Talladega on a last lap run, and he'll finish first. Matt Spangler in 2nd position, a great day for Matt. Jordan Worth tried everything, and he'll get a 3rd place finish out of his great efforts here, Kane. The Wing Quest Camry does a phenomenal job of finishing the race in 3rd position. Good race for Jordan. And back in fourth place, it's going to be Justin Bolton in the BestWestern.com Chevrolet. He had a good day as well, finishing fourth. Logan Sheets in the Sheets Ford Fusion finishes in fifth. Kyle McCormick ran out of gas on the final lap in the lead, and he will finish sixth. And the Lysol Chevrolet will have to pack it up for next week, as he had a great race. Unfortunately, look at Greg McKinney. We talked about those two, him and Billy Price. The Alliance Chevrolet of Greg McKinney finished seventh, and Billy Price finished eighth in the Worth Chevy. Back in ninth, it was Robin Mundick in the number 23 Spade Racing Chevrolet. And rounding out the top 10, it was Matthew Nichols in the Muscle Farm Chevy. Donald Bocom finished in the 11th position in the one-up Ford Fusion. Jason Yacht in 12th, finished in the number 24 Bojangles Chevrolet. Casey Tucker, who won the Daytona shootout, didn't have quite the plate racing luck he was hoping for. He still got a great result, though, finishing 13th. After a rough start, the Fastenal Fusion finishes 13th. Steven Gilbert finishes in his Ford Fusion in 14th. Benjamin Burmeister fell off there at the end of the race. Kane, he was right up there in 7th place, and I'm not sure how he fell back, but he finishes in 15th. Cullen Brown in the number 11 Chevrolet finishes 16th. Matthew Wright will finish 17th, and he will be followed by Stephen Esney, who finished in the 18th position, and he had a great car. Unfortunately, had a little bit too close of a call with the wall. Another car that was extremely fast today that didn't get the finish he deserved was in the Platypus Ford Fusion, Jesse Atchison. He finished 19th. Jordy Lopez Jr., another fast car that finished in the 20th position. Brandon Coppinger finished 21st. John Swikert finished in the 22nd position with Brandon Schmidt in 23rd. And Brandon Schmidt had probably the fastest car all day. He just was 4 laps down all day. Timu Livinen, another fast car, finished 24th in the Simroom Chevrolet, and Alan Bowes finished 25th. These guys did not finish the race. Brian Macklin, 26th, Dwayne Vincent, 27th, Justin Fuller, 28th, Chris Overland did not start the race. He was in here but didn't start. Same with Robin Williams and Kyle Crump. That is how the race finishes here at Talladega, Kane. What an incredible day of events here after the crazy start to this show today.
Hey, I want to mention something. I just now that the race is over and we get back to seeing our desktops a little bit, I wanted to mention that in our chat, someone had told us that the drivers are driving in their qualifying sets because a lot of them are driving in their qualifying sets because they didn't get to change their setup because the race had already started once they had got in there. And I kind of figured that the way that the cars were all spread out on that first stint that we went through. And but yeah, they were in their qualifying set at least at the beginning until they were able to make a few changes.
And that makes a lot of sense, Kane. You know, we jumped in the race and the way that the field was. I mean, anytime you jump into Talladega and you're only 7 laps in and your first place driver has an 11-second lead over second place, and then the next car back is 28 seconds, something has happened on the start. And so that had to have been why. But what a race we saw right there. And we got some guys here to have a chat with us after the race. But before we have a word with those guys, I mean, just what an incredible day. We saw Kyle McCormick just have a phenomenal day and then run out of gas right there on the final stretch. I just can't believe it. A big day for Tyler Hill to get the win here on this crazed race. What a crazy day. Let's get in here. Casey Tucker, Casey, driver of the Fastenal Fusion. Casey, we talked to you in the pre-race show, and we're really excited about this race. We weren't sure if we were going to get it in. We end up getting the race going, and it looked like you were going to have a really bad day, but you actually get out of here with a 13th place finish somehow.
Yeah, I got lucky in that, I guess. The race got started pretty bad when, we all got in there late and I was about to go a lap down. I managed to stay on the lead lap. Pitted, was just gonna ride around at the back, and then there was some trouble in front of me. But I guess Steven Gilbert got messed up somehow, and he got some nose damage. And whenever he got all bobbly, I thought there was a crash, so I checked up a little, and then there was no crash, so there was no caution. So I ended up working with him the whole race because he had some nose damage. He couldn't push or really even suck up to me. and so I just had to ride around and salvage what I could get. But yeah, top 15 I guess isn't half bad after that day. It was just really boring, anticlimactic after all that, waiting for all that excitement, and
Yeah.
then there's nothing. You just ride around for the whole race. But
Well, the guys that got stuck in the back didn't have the added advantage of a extra caution or two to kind of re-rack everything. So it was really tough for the guys in the back. So for you to be able to salvage a 13th place finish after what happened there at the beginning, I think is a really good day, Casey. I know you wanted to have a better result, but I'd take it.
oh yeah, for sure, I'll take it. It's decent points. That's really all that matters. I've had a couple of bad weeks in points. One race I didn't get to show up for that week because we were having internet problems, and then Richmond, I didn't get to race because I didn't wake up on Sunday to run the race, and Friday I couldn't race, and then I got crashed out of the Wednesday night race. So, um, weird, but oh well, that's how it goes. But big shout out to my man Kyle down there. He almost got him a win, and came up a little short. I was cheering for him. I tried to give him some draft there, but he ran out of fuel at the end of the race, so that sucks. But all the PSRG cars were fast. Mine was fast too. I just never got a chance to show it. Stevens was killing it. Kyle was really, really fast. Steven actually ended up losing a right front just out of nowhere. So that's what happened to him. If y'all were wondering, he just lost a right front and went in the wall.
That makes perfect sense. I didn't know what happened because I just saw the car shoot up towards the wall, and I said, "Oh no, maybe he got a bump or bumped something."
And it's
And
3 weeks in a row we've heard of that happening to somebody where almost like a blowout, where they get a tire low or something and wiggle the car up to the top. It's happened, well, 3 weeks in a row.
yeah, you could tell he definitely had no control on that car, and I was really surprised to see him keep it out of worse trouble than what he did.
Yeah, it's the new tire model that they just released with iRacing. The past 2 weeks, anyway, at Richmond and here, the tire wear has been a pretty big factor. The tire won't blow out necessarily, but once it reaches a certain point in loss of grip, it goes away completely. There is no grip left in the tire. So either it's because of the tire itself wearing down the tread, and on iRacing, it's not like in real life how if, you lose a little tread, it doesn't make that much of a difference because the tire pressure compensates. Well, on iRacing, it just loses tread width. The pressure doesn't actually make up for the loss of tread. So whenever you get low, the front end starts to bottom out, and either that or the tire itself just losing grip is what's happening. So we don't know honestly either which one it is, or they may have figured it out over there right now. But I'm pretty sure it's the tire's giving up grip because he said he had something like 20 or 30 or maybe even 40% left of the tire at the end of the
Wow,
race.
So I guess we're
that's
finding out that the tires were taking quite a bit of wear here at Talladega, where before it didn't seem like tire wear was a real big issue here.
at all ever.
Right. Yeah, before we could run whole races without really even having to change tires. I didn't change tires the whole race, and I'm glad. It's almost good that I wasn't in the lead pack because if I had been, I would have been running faster, and it would have killed my tire even worse. Because even at the end, running back there where I was with nobody to race around, my car was starting to kind of push significantly bad at the end. But that's just a new build. I guess you just got to get used to it. Figure out a way to keep your right fronts from wearing out. It's going to be tricky. It'll definitely make things more interesting, and you'll probably see more people just all of a sudden go in the wall out of nowhere in future races.
Yeah, just like in real world racing, as real racing evolves every day, and the crew chiefs and teams have to adjust to it. Same thing applies here in the world of sim racing. We'll get a new build, and everything changes, and we gotta be the first to adapt. It's racing is the art of adaptation, and those that can do it fast are usually the ones that'll be the most successful. So it's going to be a lot of work for a lot of guys. Put in a lot of time and effort to get this thing just right. But best of luck to you next week, Casey, as we head off to Kane's home track there at Kansas Motor Speedway. Talk about speed. That is one of my favorites. I love that track. It's extremely fast and always fun to watch. Good races usually happen out there. So best of luck to you, Casey. Anybody you want to thank before you get out of here, buddy?
I appreciate it from y'all, and I'd like to thank PSRG and Rick Shelton Chassis and everybody over there for helping us out and keeping us fast. I'd like to thank Chad Coleman and Thomas Stockus for helping us out with the set this week. They've done a lot, and I don't know. Just that's pretty much all I can think of right now. I'm probably forgetting somebody, but it was a good run, and we'll see y'all then. Track will be fast. Believe me, we've done some testing there, and that track is really, really, really fast. So y'all are in for something.
Awesome, buddy. Hey, Casey, thanks for coming and having a word with us, buddy. We always appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, we'll see y'all then.
That is Casey Tucker, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the Fastenal Fusion. Another good run for him here at Talladega today. Next, let's talk about running out of fuel. I want to talk to Kyle McCormick real quick. Kyle, do you have a copy on me, buddy? I don't know if he can hear me or not. In fact, I don't think he can. I'll talk to Jordy for a second. Jordy, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I'm here, bud.
All right, here we are talking with Jordy Lopez Jr. Had a good talk with him before the race and didn't know if we were going to be able to race. And, buddy, just tell me a little bit about what happened. We saw you run two different races today. I saw you running up in the front, actually up in the top 5 for quite a while. And then the next thing I know, you were down, you've got a 20th place finish. Kind of tell us what happened throughout your day here.
All right, so I joined a lap down, and I was able to get back, but it's just like no caution came out since then, and I was off pit cycle, so I couldn't really do anything unless a caution came out. Um, yeah, so and my right front just got tight, and I just couldn't steer my car. So on that last pit cycle, I tried to go into pits, and I just couldn't stop the car. So I got speeding, and it was just downhill from there. And I finished P20 with no points.
Yeah, and that's so unfortunate, Jordy. And Kane called it. He thought maybe you were off pit sequence, and that really sucks. That's what I was talking about with Casey. Is the guys that got pushed to the back at any point. It was a really tough day because there was literally no cautions to help. We had the one, and we only had one lucky dog today, and that really hurts. No wave arounds. Um, After that, it's just there's no help. And so once you get back there, there's not a lot of drafting help. There's not a lot you can do except just hopefully pray that something happens. And unfortunately, it just never came.
Yeah, it sucks, but you know what? Who cares?
Hey, that's it. And there's, you know what I'm saying? You're leading the points going into the race today. And we'll leave Talladega, head off up to Kansas Motor Speedway, and back to another mile and a half. So we've seen you do really good at the other mile and a half we've run so far. So I know you should be happy to get back to a mile and a half track, buddy.
Yeah, man. I just kind of hate Kansas though because it's a one groove track, I guess, and it's pretty slippery.
Yeah, it really is. You can really lose it there. It's such a fast track, and if you try to overdo it to try to find some more speed, you can really lose that car out from under you in a hurry, especially coming out of turn 4, or I do. Um, and so it's a really tough track. It's not an easy mile and a half. It's a really tough one.
Yeah, oh man, I'm so disappointed.
I know. After all that we went through to get there, and it was just a crazy race. Even if you come in today, didn't and even got a DNF, you still have to give yourself some credit with the crazy start that we had. Like you said, starting a lap down was intense, and then we saw you get back on the lead lap. We saw you work your way all the way up. At one point, once you got up there around 4th place, I said, "Okay, Jordy's up here. He's got a good car. He can do whatever he wants." And then the next thing I know, I looked up and you had fallen all the way back, and so I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah, like I'm really not gonna lie about this, but like when the tire like went down, it was so unexpected. Like I was so close on taking someone out because of it. Like I couldn't steer. I just couldn't turn the car.
Wow, that is crazy, and that makes it really tough. That I definitely feel your pain on that one. I've witnessed not being able to steer cars several times in several races, and that's not a fun feeling when you can't steer the car. It's actually very frustrating, and so I feel your pain on that one, buddy. So better luck next week at Kansas, man. We'll be looking for you to do well out there. And anybody you want to thank for today's race?
I would like to thank Mark Walsh because he made this setup. I didn't do nothing this week, so he gave me a fast car this week. But it was just bad luck, I guess, today.
Yeah, it's all you can call it. The way you had to prepare for the race today, really tough. Just not a lot of time to test, you said, and then the way that we started was insane. So I wouldn't hold it against you too much.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, better luck next week, Jordy. Thanks for coming and having a chat with us. We really do appreciate it, buddy. It makes the broadcast so much better.
All right, thanks, guys. See ya.
Absolutely, buddy. That's Jordy Lopez Jr., everybody, driver of the Monster Ford Fusion. Killer day for him today. And guys, if you're in here, I'd love to interview you, but I don't know your names. If you don't have them listed, that helps me out a lot. Even if you just type it in on the broadcast. But it was such a crazy day, Kane. I mean, from the time that we started all the way to Kyle McCormick running out of gas right at the end, that really was crazy. What a day!
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was a fantastic. It was a fantastic race. I mean, there toward the end, the finish, we couldn't ask for a more exciting finish. That was fantastic. You know, we didn't think we was going to get a race at all, and then we had came into the race, and the drivers were all split apart. Some of them had their qualifying setups in. The start was definitely a little crazy. Luckily, we got a caution pretty soon, right off. Got the field relined up. Drivers were able to get in, make some adjustments to their cars, and pull some tape off if they're in their qualifying set, and change some pressures around, and that made for an exciting race. From that first caution on, we had a great race.
It really did. The guys up front, they had to have had a blast. I tell you what, Jordan Worth, that guy tried everything in the book, and I mean, bless his heart, man. He just didn't have the right combo at the right time. I guess the car just wasn't quite fast enough in the end, and but I thought for a minute there, he just kept trying the high side. Then he'd go low. He'd try this, try that, anything he could to
And we
get up
can't
there.
forget that he could hardly see. His windshield was pretty much black by the end of that thing. Riding
Oh yeah.
behind Matt Spangler for so many laps, he had so much debris on his windshield. But he was still up there pushing, working really hard to try to get up there toward the front.
What a day. Well, Kane, we'll be at your hometown next week, Kansas Motor Speedway. Tell you what, I'm excited about it. I hope you are. It's right there from your hometown or home state, we'll say. And man, that's going to be fun.
It is. It's going to be another exciting broadcast. Hopefully, any issues that we have with our overlays will be worked out, and hopefully the iRacing itself issues will be worked out, and we can just start this thing right off with a great broadcast next week. But this one turned out great.
Oh,
This
I'm
was
sure
a
we
fantastic
will.
show. The guys really put on a great show for us, and can't ask for anything better than that. Want to remind everybody to stay tuned next week, as we've got Sean Cole going to join us for an encore interview. We had an interview with him Friday night, as we had a special SDC invitational race, and the interview was fantastic. It kind of went viral there. We had a video interview with Sean Cole. JD was on video, and Sean answered several questions for us. The interview, it was just fantastic. And so now he's getting his new site launched, the Sim Pit, and so we're going to get to talk to him about launching the site and how things have went for the last week, all the excitement from the interview, things like that. So we're going to have lots of good questions. I want to encourage anybody, if you've got any questions for Sean Cole, to go ahead and post them in the video thread here in the NIS forum thread where you'll find this video, and or you can post them here in the video thread on YouTube. Just or you can message me on iRacing, and we'll try to get the most unique questions to him and add that to the interview.
Yeah, it's a good thing because of the great response from you guys. We'll have Sean back. That's it. It shows what the voice of the people does. You guys come out, leave comments, or like a video. and watch the videos. It gets a lot of views. That's good. Sean is happy to see that, and we were happy for that for Sean. It's really great to see how much you guys care, and that's why he's coming back. And we great to have him back on the show and talk about what he's fixing to get started. It'll be really fun, and can't wait for that. Now, in the meantime, we got another broadcast coming up Friday, guys. It's going to be the V8 Supercar America Series. We encourage you to come watch that show as well. It starts at 10 o'clock Eastern Time here in the United States, Eastern time zone for me. So it's going to be a good show on Friday, and we encourage you to come back after a crazy broadcast. What a night. Congratulations again goes out to the winner of the race tonight, Tyler Hill. He deserved it. He's had 2 great weeks in a row. It'll be exciting to see how he does next week, to see if he can keep that thing going. He's had a nice little run here. So anything else, Kane? I think that's it for me. I just want everybody to have a great night, and I'll go ahead and close this thing out.
Yeah, one more thing. I wanted to remind everybody that there will be no Australian broadcast in season 2. Well, I don't want to say through the whole season, but as for now, they're taking a little hiatus. They may come back mid-season or something to broadcast the Australian V8s or some of the other series, maybe a GT series or something like that. But as for now, they're taking a little break. So the only broadcast we'll be having on the V8's online banner for now will be our NASCAR iRacing Series races that we have every Wednesday night and here in America, and the V8's Americas Series that we have Friday night. So make sure you come back and join us for those, and we really love it when you guys show the support for the broadcast. So do so, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week.
That's it. We love to see the support, man. And I tell you what, I hope the guys have a speedy return for the Australian series. That's a awesome series with some great drivers, and I'm sure they'll be back soon enough. But for V8's Online, I'm JD Smith, Kane Craft with me, and we'll see you live next week from Kane's old hometown, or home state there in Kansas. Y'all have a good night.